Hello again, everybody. Back to Wonderboy, which we started a couple of weeks ago, and it's just really long for such an old game. Are we paused? Was that what was going on? Yeah. Area 4, round 1. So I think we're 12 levels in, and there's 40 levels. So it's quite a long game. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have my axe or anything. Hi, Novellan. You're not coming today? That's fine. Won't really be missed. How are you doing, dude? Whoop. Does the spiky thing not disappear when it falls? Okay. Now I gotta try and remember how to play this. And also remember that there's a really sharp timer on it, actually. It's Novellan. Normal Novellan is just Novellan, and Novellan 1 is the second Novellan. That makes sense. It's like Novellan 0 kind of thing. I'm doing alright. It's been a bit of a long day. I've not been getting much sleep and work was a bit rough. But now my niece is here, so everything is great. Somehow Novellan was taken. Yeah, I did wonder, but I mean, I had to assume that would be the case with you not using it, but no. No! Well. This is just going to be one of those days, I think, where I just can't play any game. Yeah, so for anybody catching this for the first time, the thing at the top is not a health bar, it's a timer. You only have one hit point, but your time constantly runs down if you don't eat tons of food. Enter the name, how can someone else have it? I mean, Lumus tends to be taken on most sites. I mean, that's only like a 5-letter name, and it's some simple sounds, so I guess other people just like the way it sounds. But yeah, again, it doesn't really mean anything. There we go. Those bugs are the real most difficult enemy. The real villain. They're harder than the actual bosses. Ah, oh, heck yeah! Skateboard! Whoop! Heck no! Volcanic eruption! Ah, I missed some fries! I think those are fries? So what looked like a bunch of fries with a... Oh, there goes my... Okay. That felt unfair. Lost my skateboard to one thing, and then got hit by the second one immediately after. Oh, okay, I accidentally kicked my rock over there. Also, it's a hammer, not a skateboard this time. Ooh. So that might make speeding through here a little harder. Ooh. It's a band and also a Spanish surname. Novellan is? Or Lumus is? But yeah, I saw what looked like some fries with a W on it. I assume they were from McDonald's. What was that? Novellan is? Okay. Yeah, who knew? What kind of band? They're not a black metal band by... Jump over that? Cool. I don't think I deserve to live there, but I did. So we'll take it. Are they a black metal band by a guy who that it's just one guy who likes to burn down churches. Because, you know, if... Okay, that one was on me. I was looking at chat. If so, I'm going to be looking suspiciously at you two. Yep, I dropped the hammer right under the spikes. There's a Twitch channel called Novella. Is it just? Is it an actual? Do people stream on it, or is it just somebody? Okay, it's just somebody that somebody watches from. Helen, it's just you from another dimension. That's what I was wondering. I think Lumus is the name of like a company that makes glasses or contacts or something. Which I guess kind of makes sense with that name. That's fair. That sounds plausible to me. That explains why me and Melon look like twins, because he's actually you, so he's related to the me from another dimension. Jump both fires. Cool, we made it to 3, guys. We're back on track. I'm relearning how to play this game. Oh, 3 rocks? That's... okay, speed under those. Clever the snake. Oh no, we landed on a snake. Good thing Lady Meow's not here. Don't know if I should be hurt. Hurt by what? Did I say something bad about you? Or did I just not argue with you when you said that you fell in with a bad crowd and murdered a bunch of homeless people? Oh, I'm actually running really low on food. I need to find something to eat. Oh, Ness said he could believe it. Fair enough. Well, I don't know about twins, but people have definitely mistaken us for brothers on multiple occasions. Checkpoint. Where's some food, please? Oh, this is not food, this is a volcano. I can't eat volcanoes. Believe me, I've tried. Whoop. Oh, everything's on fire. Get out of the way, snakes! There's a volcano! I don't want you to get hurt. Oh, we made it, guys. Yeah, back when we did D&D in person, the guy who delivered our pizza thought that me, Ellen, and Angel were all brothers. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. When you hit bats, they leave like a little ghost behind. Thus proving that bats are the only creatures in this game that have souls. Even I don't leave a ghost behind. Whoop. I just wanted to demonstrate that. You know, I just die, I don't leave a ghost. I don't think Angel looks as much like us. I mean, he kind of stands out on account of him being 9 feet tall. But he practically lived at Noellan's house for a while, so I can see where the confusion would arise. Hey Lady Meow, how are you doing today? You're in luck, you missed all the snakes. I mean, there might be more snakes. I'm not ruling out the fact that we might encounter the same enemy more than once in this game, but, you know, we got past them. Yeah, people would probably also buy me and Wolfie being brothers, but that's kind of to be expected with us being cousins, you know? Oh, did you see that double kill? I absolutely intended to kill both those snakes at the same time. That was flawlessly executed. Okay. Whoop. Is there another boulder? No? Versum's true form. Dark and terrible. Yeah, it's pretty much the hair, right? We've all got pretty much the same long curly hair and beards. Oh, jump, please. Thank you. I'm doing alright today. I am exhausted, but, you know, getting to play some games now. So I'll bounce back. And my niece is here, Lady Meow. So everything is great. I had a little bit of time to play with her between work and the stream. I don't know if my mum coached her on saying it, but one of the first things she said to me was that the house was a mess, and then she said, "Not very impressed." Okay. She does pick up some phrases that you wouldn't expect to hear from out of her. How's Tillycat doing? Tillycat's good. She's real happy that my mum's home. Haven't heard from her a while. She's been... Oh, okay, there we go. She's been in a bit of... Because my mum's been in Scotland with my sister for a while, and Tillycat just worships my mum. She follows her around everywhere. So she's been kind of depressed while that's been going on. She's just been clinging to me. Just following me around, just meowing constantly. So she's really happy that mum's back. Oh hey, I found a jar of mayonnaise. Let's consume that whole. Whoop. Yeah, I mean she's been alright. I've played with her, I've taken care of her, but you know, she's... My mum's her favourite. She's a little less ecstatic about my niece being here. My niece loves Tillycat and is a little bit grabby, and Tillycat does not appreciate that. Okay, this one's flickering, so that means it falls, right? Oh, it means it moves, at least. Goes back and forth, I guess. It's the goal! Yeah, I think Tillycat's in a good mood. Skateboard. Also, is this new? Let me pause for a second. Have we had this outside? I'm sorry, what? I appear to be missing part of my body. Like, most of it. I probably didn't need those organs anyway. Yeah, have we seen this nighttime desert level before? I feel like most of the art's been reused, but this looks new. This looks nice. Yeah, I'm just flickering today. Whoop! Whoop! No! Oh, that's a new enemy as well. I don't think we've seen those lizards before. All these scorpions. Creepy skulls are still everywhere, though. Hey, we got the doll. Bees! Oh, bees got me. Impression of Isildur with creepy eye gleam. Is it captioned with no? Let's say I don't think I have any pictures. Oh, now this bird's dropping rocks on me, and also a boulder chasing me. I was about to say I don't think I have any pictures of myself from the last decade, but then I remembered that I took a selfie of myself with my niece like a month ago. Whenever I show people the photo, I always say no. Yeah. I mean, yeah, generally whenever I show people photos of myself, they say, no! That's... Oh, what the... What just happened? Oh, I must have picked up... One of the secrets must have spawned, like, underneath me or something. I got to go to a bonus level. And I almost immediately fell off the cloud. Oh, it's the necklace! It's the gold necklace. The heart necklace. Yeah, you find one of the things that belong to your girlfriend, and she takes you to heaven. It's how that works. Photos of you make you look like a homeless man. You did have that really short haircut last time I saw you. I don't know if that was really homeless man so much as, you know, street tough maybe, but... Well, I know what you look... I mean, I guess. Well, all of you guys do because you know me in real life. I don't know if, There's no actual footage of my face on the channel, I don't think. Probably post a picture of myself on the Discord, I don't know. That is definitely what the game's implying, Noellen. Had a haircut months ago and it won't grow back. Didn't you? I thought you had it cut like just before I got there. You were saying how you accidentally cut it way shorter than you meant to and you weren't quite happy with it? Leave me alone, bee! Ugh, that bee had my number. A beardy bald man. We all end up that way eventually. Ooh. Oh boy. No, I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Oh, how did I survive that? Hold on a second. What's up, Tilcat? Oh, I see how it is. I heard Tilcat meowing at a door, doing her open this meow. Turns out she wasn't meowing at my door, she was meowing at my niece's door, because normally she can get in there when my niece isn't around. Yep, she did come in here, but I think she's going straight back out. What's up, Till? Yeah, she's off again. She's gotten a little used to all the doors being open while people were away, and now she's got to deal with them getting closed at night again. Ooh, that thing... Okay, that thing bounces really high. I was not ready for that. Oh man, am I right back at... I'm back at the start of the area, aren't I? I was on like the 3rd checkpoint. Whoops. I didn't have a hammer. There's too many bees. It's not my fault. I mean, it wasn't even the bees that got me, it was a lizard, and they're pretty harmless, but nonetheless. I don't know how they move. I thought they would do like a big bounce onto the screen and then trundle across the floor. So I've kind of been murdering them instantly. But no, they keep bouncing. I needed to go under that. We learned something, though. The important thing is that we're learning. Yeah. Why can't you leave me be? Oop. I guess I outran the boulder and it gave up. Nice, types Norellon in the most insincere manner possible. Even people who like puns didn't like that one. Hey, there's a skateboard. Oop, stuck. That wasn't really a pun, though. I mean, it was technically a pun, but it's like the starter set of puns. Oop, duck under that. Get some bananas. I think that's the lizard that killed me. It knows what it did wrong. It killed me, that's what it did wrong. You killed me, and I don't like that kind of thing. Oh, okay. Maybe I could have dashed underneath that instead of trying to get it with the axe. I'm not sure there was a winning play there, though. Winter's a nutty cat, kinda nice. Fair enough. You're more generous than I would have been. Jump over that. Cool. Get the radish. Ooh. There's a lot of food in this desert. Actually, are these like coconut trees? Are we even in the desert? Or are we on like a beach? Maybe this was a beach all along. We can't see because the camera's flat, but there's actually the ocean right next to us. This isn't a harsh desert environment to survive in. This is just a pleasant beach walk. Oh, that's awkward placing. Jump over them? Cool. Oh, I fell on the rock. Fortunately, rocks are the only thing in this game that won't kill you. They just trip you up and make you look a little bit like an idiot. A fate worse than death. Alright, what do you got for us next? This should be a boss level, right? Oh! We're in heaven, guys. We started in heaven. That's probably a bad sign. Oh, I already lost my skateboard. Guys. Guys. I lost my skateboard, so this can't be heaven. In heaven, you never lose your skateboard. I have to assume that we're in the other place. I jumped through the air and took a bee stings clean through the eye. Other place confirmed. An aeroplane? Yeah, you're not in heaven or hell. You're on an aeroplane. Stewardess, there's a bee on the wing of the plane. Whoop. We've got a whole host of jinxes. So maybe we're actually in Seafoam Isles. Maybe these aren't clouds. Maybe they're seafoam. Oh, it makes sense now. We were on the beach a moment ago. Now we're still on the seafoam, and there's jinx everywhere. We're not in heaven or hell. We're in Seafoam Islands. Whoop! Birds everywhere. Oh, how am I alive? Okay, that was on me. That was my bad. I may have greeded a little. I may have seen an apple floating over a cliff and been like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. I can probably fly once I've had an apple. The health from the apple will help me walk off my injuries from falling 1,000,000,000 miles. How do you get between those when you don't have an axe? Oh, good. I've put an axe underneath the skull. Oh, that thing's gone forever. Oh, that snail, he's really motoring. He'll be a threat any day now. We're just gonna have to play this real safe, I guess. Oh, never mind. The bee's got me. Which means I can go back for my axe. Everything is fine. Not the bees! Not the bees! Okay, bump it, but not a lot. Thank you. So in this game where your character is clearly so desperate for food... Oh dear. Only fruits and vegetables heal you. You encounter tons of edible animals and they give you nothing. So I have to assume that the main character is a vegetarian. It's nice that we get some representation in games, finally. How many games have a vegetarian main character? Whoop. Not enough vegetarian video game characters? I think I'm dead. Yeah, challenge for you guys. Name a vegetarian video game character. Admittedly, their diets don't normally come up, so you wouldn't know, but yeah, you guys figure out for me, who is a confirmed vegetarian video game character? Is there a game where you can play as Hitler? I keep doing this. This really is this really is the other place. I just keep jumping into the same thing over and over again. Yoshi. Doesn't Yoshi eat like literally everything? I don't think he counts as a vegetarian. I think he is an omnivore in the truest sense. It's a herbivore dinosaur? No, he'll eat anything. That's like his special power. He'll just gobble anything down. Is there a game where you can play as Hitler? I mean, I'd want to say like some strategy games. But most of the ones I know, even if you're playing as even like World War II Germany games, where you control Nazi Germany, they don't normally let you play as Hitler. They feel like that's a step too far. Every time. I think that I can land on the cloud and make it, but I just slide into it before I can stop. Yeah, normally there's at least some pretense of class there. Also, Hitler wasn't really a vegetarian, it's just that he had stomach troubles. I don't know if that counts. Surely one of the Civilization games? I don't think so. I can't think of any Civilization game that lets you play as Hitler. Playing as Hitler is kind of this whole thing, you know? And to be honest, I'm not complaining about that. I'm okay with not playing as Hitler in video games. Bugs Bunny? Bugs Bunny, maybe. Is Bugs Bunny vegetarian? I mean, obviously he's a rabbit, and those are typically vegetarian, but he's a cartoon rabbit. Does he eat meat in any of the cartoons? I honestly don't know about that one. Probably in one episode he'll eat something. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Isn't a vegetarian doing it by choice? I mean, yeah, maybe that goes back to what we were saying about Hitler. He can't eat meat, so he's not really a vegetarian. I don't know about that one. It's... Assuming that in his 900-year history of billions of cartoons and games and all kinds of stuff, Bugs Bunny has never eaten meat, I will give you half marks for him. Cool for cats from Pokemon Go. I mean, I guess creator characters maybe count. I mean, probably not for the purposes of this. I've often wondered... Oh, we got ourselves a fairy. We're briefly invulnerable. Let's take advantage of this. I can even destroy rocks now. I can even destroy lightning raining down from the skies. Also, guys, holy crap, lightning is raining down from the skies. Whoop. Okay, there goes that. I probably should have run faster while I had that thing. Nope. Oh, we're getting further, but then we're going right back to the start. Was I in the middle of saying something before I went into panic mode? Oh, I was going to ask. Well, other related question. Eating a grass-type Pokemon is vegetarian, right? Because I'd eat the heck out of a Bulbasaur. Those things look delicious. I'm just not learning on that guy. What the purpose of this is? We're just wondering, can we think of any confirmed vegetarian video game characters? Maybe Oddish? I mean, Oddish looks like a radish, so maybe, but also, Oddish is poisonous as all heck, right? I mean, it's literally a mandrake. It gets up, it's a Pokemon that, it's a radish type creature that gets up and walks around. I gotta figure if you can eat Oddish, it's only gonna be under very specific conditions. You wanna cook the heck out of those. You wouldn't eat a Bulbasaur, but they look so juicy. Pufferfish are poisonous, people eat them. Yeah, I mean potatoes are poisonous, people eat them. You just gotta prepare them right, but potatoes and pufferfish are not based on mythical creatures known for instantly killing people, is all I'm saying. I don't know if Oddish is safe to eat. Maybe it can be prepared to be safe to eat. I don't know. I'm not an expert on Pokemon cuisine. Okay, so what we actually want to do here is bait out the first bee. There we go. We learned something. It doesn't matter because we're on 1 life this time, so even if I get really far, there's no way I'm going to actually make it. But I just need that lesson to sink in. Supposedly when potatoes were first introduced, people threatened to burn the guy's house down unless he dug them up. Wow, what? Really? What did people have against potatoes? Ask Team Rocket, they know about the slowpoke tails. Yeah, ask them what other animals can be eaten. I was about to say, that's actually confirmed evidence of people eating Pokemon in the games, right? Normally they kind of gloss over that, but that's canon. So the top's more like, hold on, that's Nightshade. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, Oddish is a Pokemon that looks like Nightshade, and walks around and screams like a mandrake. But yeah, I could believe that if it's prepared right, it's a delicacy. This dude's got a field of nightshade. I can see where that would raise alarms. Okay, so I'm saying Bulbasaur, Lady Meow is saying Oddish. What grass-type Pokemon would you guys eat? You could probably eat the mushrooms off of Paris without eating the actual Paris. I mean, those are 100% edible, right? They're supposed to be really good for you. Seviper? And Chikorita? Mareep. Wait, is Mareep... Oh, you mean Mareep? The, the electric sheep one? That one's definitely not vegetarian. But yeah, I assume all of those are edible. Yeah, I'm sure Mareeps are edible. Like, people do eat mutton. Alright, let's sprint as far as we can while we've got the invincibility. Bayleaf's Bayleaf has to be edible. I would say so. I mean, Bayleaf probably just tastes like, you know, your typical leafy vegetables. I don't know if that's the one that I'd immediately go for. Like, it's something that you use to round out a salad. It's not exactly a main meal, you know? Okay, I dodged into that. They actually drop those in front of you. I really found that one life. I was like waiting for it to get above me so I could dodge underneath it, but I think actually if you stand perfectly still, you're safe from those. They drop them in front of you so you run into them. I'm not learning. I mean, I learn every time, but then I forget the next time, you know? You guys need to yell at me. Remember the bee. Every time I come back here, remind me about the bee. Also, remind me to not do that. Bees! Oh, okay. I almost ran over the edge of a cloud there. Noelle was saying about fighting game characters. I bet there's probably a vegetarian fighting game character, but I can't think of one. You're right, there's usually tons of characters there, and they'll give them any quirk to make them stand out. I don't actually know that many fighting games very well, though. Stretchy Arm Man from Street Fighter? Which one's Stretchy Arm Man? Indian dude? Okay, I don't know him. All I know about Street Fighter is that there's Hadouken guy, Shoryuken guy, and Sonic Boom guy. Probably quite a few Buddhist characters. That's a good point, actually. Most Buddhists, well, it's not actually a requirement for Buddhism. It's only certain groups of Buddhism have vegetarian as a typical trait. But there's got to be a whole bunch of Buddhist characters throughout gaming. Some of them have got to be vegetarian. Quickfire Tiger? He's a tiger. Do you think he's vegetarian? I think he probably eats cat food, to be honest. We've established that he can't speak, he just meows. I think Quickfire Tiger probably eats cat food. Cat food is not typically vegetarian. Okay, we made it to the 4th checkpoint. We might actually get through this one. He's so skinny and weedy. He's just got light bones. Doesn't imply a high protein diet. No, he's lithe, like a cat. I just kind of stood there and let that happen. It's because he gets so much exercise that he stays skinny, okay? Have you seen the way that he runs? Oh, I don't have a hammer now. This is going to be rough. We're so close to the end, but I think we're on our last life. I thought I finally had this one and I blew it. I threw it all away. To walk off the edge just to avoid the bees. As long as it's question time, would you rather fall off of a cloud or would you rather get stung to death by bees on the cloud? It's a calorie burning sort of run, yeah. He puts a lot of effort into that run. Fall off the cloud. You know, I think I recognize the falling off the cloud as being the less horrific option, but I think I'm also scared of heights, so... Oh! I forgot that this was a boss level. Sorry, dude, I'm gonna have to head you off there. Hey, what? It's the Monster Inc. guy! The boss's next form is Monsters Inc. Do you really have to throw in so many cameos, guys? I kind of feel like you're gonna sully this game. Okay, let me pause this so that my health doesn't go down while I refill my mug. Okay, for vegetarian video game characters, do characters that were in something else first count? Do they have to be exclusively video game characters? Because I'm thinking there's like an anime crossover. I'm fairly sure, never played it, but I'm fairly sure there's an anime crossover fighting game for giant robots. Where you can play giant robots from all different games. I think you can play as Rei Ayanami from Evangelion in it, and she is confirmed to be vegetarian. So that was one that would count, maybe. But she's not a video game character originally. She's like an anime character cameoing or appearing in a video game. Would you count that? Is that another half point? You say that counts? Okay. She's not a main character. As half, yeah, that's another half one. I'd agree with that. That one's half a point. You could even destroy the fire by kicking it while you're in this form. Is that a skateboard? Heck yeah, it's a skateboard. And I instantly went into the rock. Today is ruined. Alright guys, come on. We've got to, between us, we've got to be able to get a genuine vegetarian video game character. Let's think. Anybody in Final Fantasy? That's got a lot of characters. Does any of them mention not eating meat? Holy crap. Half my screen is text. Thanks for that, Lady Mia. It doesn't actually appear on my game screen, so it's not going to kill me, but that made me jump a little bit out the corner of my eye. I will read that in a moment once I finish exploiting my invulnerability to destroy all in my path. So a video recently where somebody dropped a video camera out of a plane. There was a few seconds of nice pleasant view, then a whole lot of crazy tumbling. Trippy stripe motion. Lands face up in a pigsty and a nice friendly piggy coming over to investigate. Fair enough. Pig falling off the clouds. The camera can survive a fall from a plane, a human can too. It's absolutely possible. Your chances aren't good. But if you're like if you're trained at it, I mean, here's the thing: you're not really falling plane height because you hit maximum velocity, right? Terminal velocity. So your max speed you actually hit way earlier than that. So you're only actually falling a modest distance, probably like skyscraper height. Falling from a plane is probably safer than falling from a skyscraper because you get time to get yourself into a good position. Spreading out your body for maximum wind resistance, that kind of thing. Oop, okay. A woman in Australia got trapped in a house by a feral pig. I mean, those are the perils of living in Australia. Whoop. Couldn't leave for days and food and water nearly ran. Oh, that was a more serious situation than I originally thought. Also, she had an outside toilet. Oh. Easily the worst part of that ordeal, then. Did she not have a phone? Could she not call for help? Did she not... Did nobody else know? I suppose in Australia it's pretty spread out, so she might have had neighbours. Was living in the outback somewhere, so no phone, not even like a radio or something. Honestly, if you've not set yourself up with some sort of communication method, then you're probably that's probably on you when things start going wrong. At least if this was a relatively recent event. I'm always yelling at my family for not taking their mobile phones with them everywhere they go. But I'm like, the mobile phone is the most important safety device ever invented, you know? It gets you help and advice wherever you are, pretty much. Oh. Totem poles, check it out. Sunglasses, and also some very upsetting faces. Which was really old and it was the late 90s. Okay, maybe she can get away with it. But yeah, as long as you're in a place where phones work, there's like almost no emergency where a mobile phone is not a convenient thing to have. It gets you your police, it gets you your ambulance. Even if you're out of actual reach for them, they can talk you through medical procedures. Communication is a superpower and mobile phones are a lifesaver. It's the thing I'm real big on. Keeps you safe and keeps other people safe. Oh! That was a mean trick. Who put a cliff behind this jumping thing? Mobiles are an incredible invention. They are real good. They were an incredible invention when they were first made, and then we connected them to the internet, and now they contain everything. So that's something. Real big on communication being like the greatest superpower. Ah, good, we made it to the end. I was worried that I was a little too bold there. Oh, we've got another new level. We're walking on tombstones this time. I'm expecting the Altered Beast guys to pop out at any moment. Rise from your grave. We didn't get to see all of the Altered Beast forms yet. Do you think one of the Altered Beasts rides a skateboard? Oh, I was looking at chat. Almost died there. Don't read chat or play with your mobile phone while skateboarding amongst boulders. Oh, okay. Alright, see you in a bit, Lady Meow. Okay, I'm a little distracted, so I'm not putting my full mind into it, but I've not heard any of you chime in either. It's starting to bother me that we can't think of a single vegetarian video game character. I mean, the original challenge was to come up with a vegetarian main character, but we can't come up with even a regular character who doesn't eat meat. Not even a minor character. I'm about to starve to death. Get that banana! Oh, the mushroom fell on the rocks. I can't get it. I need more bananas. Yes, we have no bananas. Okay, cool. We're not starving yet. We're back in the game. Convinced one of the fighting game characters is, but can't remember which. I mean, it's a very good avenue of attack for finding one, but yeah, I don't know any of the video game characters, any of the fighting game characters who are. I don't know them very well. The only fighting game that I played a whole bunch was Soul Calibur, and that was only the first couple. You know how they give you incidental details to try and make them more interesting. Yeah, exactly. That's a good solid plan of attack. They have lots of characters, and they try to give you little bits about them to make them interesting, because they know they've got lots of characters. Oh, I kept my skateboard. Oh, icicles. Or spikes, or something. Oh, this evil bird statue had an apple in its mouth. I'll eat that. But yeah, there's a good chance that if there's a vegetarian video game character, it's going to be one of the fighting game characters. But again, I don't know any of them. I can't think of any Soul Calibur characters who I've mentioned to be vegetarian. Which of them even would be? Reptile from Mortal Kombat? Doesn't he mostly eat insects? Oh, these ones don't fall, I guess. Insects and also people. Wait, are those... Bought my girlfriend some shoes, she's taking me to heaven. Oh, the Path of Hearts. What happens if I don't pick up the shoe there? Do I keep going and getting more hearts? I don't understand, I don't really know how these bonus stages work. Okay. The other shoe has dropped. Does the bonus stage just go until you get another shoe and you get more points per heart, or...? So wait, does Reptile actually eat people? I don't really know the law here, so I don't know if how much you're joking. Is he a vegetarian but he eats people? Is that a thing that happens? Oh, come on. Give me that apple. One of his fatalities is eating his opponent. Don't think he's vegetarian otherwise, though I'd love that. Fair enough. I can see a Mortal Kombat character being vegetarian, though. Being like, this guy's killed 1 billion people on the battlefield, but he doesn't kill animals for food. Only kills thinking beings that had a choice about fighting him, or something like that. Melina also eats opponents, bites them during combat, and is mad, so I can imagine her making a distinction like that for her. Okay, that was probably on me. Kicked the egg over the cliff. Probably had some mayonnaise in it that I'll never get now. There just wasn't any stopping once I got there, is the problem. The movement in this game is so slippery. You just slide around when you run and jump and everything. And you take a while to getting up to speed, so you don't like to stop once you're running. But then sometimes you can't stop. You know, if you... Oh... You don't want to stop because if an enemy comes at you, you can't get started fast enough. But if you're going and an enemy comes at you, then you can't stop fast enough. Starting to bother me. I could easily name... If I jump... Aha! I got my hammer. I could probably easily... But I had my hammer! Oh... Like, I could probably name a dozen left-handed video game characters, but I can't name a single vegetarian one. It probably comes down to the fact that you can see which hand a video game character is using, and you don't normally get detailed information about what food they like to eat, but... Like how the monster stays revealed. Oh, the head on main bad guy. What is his name? He has a really dumb name. It calls him like a creepy villain or something in the manual. It practically is main bad guy. Scurrilous rogue. Kind of a jerk. It's something like that. Okay, so nope, I messed it up. That's tricky to do. You have to pretty much land directly on it while not moving for it to land where you are. And the rock kind of gets in the way there. Okay, that one's got to be a moving one because it looks different to the others. Is it gonna fall? Yeah. That's the thing I need to teach myself to look out for. I don't need to hurry if I land on a block that I know is not gonna fall. Like, these are relatively safe, so I don't need to rush too much. Whereas if I just didn't see that. But yeah, one that's gonna fall, I can't stop running. So even if I don't know what danger is on the other side, I've got to jump straight after it. Whereas these, I can comparatively take my time. Even knowing that that's hard to dodge. You make that jump and you just slide into it. Hoop. 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 Don't fall in the fire. No! These spikes are so perfectly placed. It was horrible when they're up against a wall, so you can't slide past them. You gotta stop in time. It's so slippy. This level even looks like an ice level, but it's not actually any slippier than normal. It's always this slippy. You just can't... You have to be hitting left like 5 minutes before you want to stop moving. This level is hell. This level is actual hell. This is my curse. To be in this level. No, I thought I could make that. I got a little greedy. Okay, these ones don't fall. Oh, stop. Nope, never mind. There goes the hammer. I just stopped hammer time. This level got real rough. This whole game actually kind of did. I mean, that one cloud level was horrible. And now we're here, which is horrible. And then in between them were some super easy levels, so this game has an odd idea about difficulty curves, I guess. Aha! I got the hammer. Whoop. It's occurring to me that there's almost no enemies in this level, so I don't know how useful the hammer actually is. This level is like all platforming. And a couple of glowing skulls. Okay, thought that was me for a second there. I just forget that that's there every time. It blends in so well with the background. I don't see it until I'm already dead. Soundtrack is amazing. Okay. See, we're learning the early areas. We've just got to get to the early checkpoints more reliably is what we're going to do, so we can get to the hard part with more lives, and that's how we learn those. And the real Dark Souls starts here. Oh, that's gone. We just got to get good. I tried to. Well, never mind. That is the one enemy on this level that we actually need to defeat. That skull is the worst skull. Also, if I become a supervillain in the next 10 minutes, my supervillain name is going to be the Worst Skull. Just going to throw that out there. Only for about 10 minutes because it's kind of a dumb name and I'm sure I'll forget about it, but if it happens right now, you know, that's what I'm going to go with. The world will fall to the power of Worst Skull. I forget about it every time. I focus on the tricky jumps and I just go flying straight into the spike. The even worse skull. You can't be worse than the Worst Skull. It's outrageous. Okay. Let's learn here. There we go. Bees! Fire! I jumped right into the fire. Maybe I should have sat at literally any bonfire. In real life? Man, when was the last time I went to a bonfire? Like, actually sat around one. Guys, if I die, I'm going to be going back, like, a good 15 years. And I'm going to be in Wales. It's going to take me forever to get back here. That's going to be a terrible place to respawn. It's like so far away. It's in the middle of the Welsh countryside as well. Do I think I could speedrun it? What, here from Wales? I mean, stuff stays done, right? I end up back there, but, like, I still got all the keys and the levels and stuff. I still have my skills and experience, so yeah, I could probably get back here pretty easily. I'd probably be in better shape now. Once I got back to this point, I'd probably be in better shape this time. There's definitely some things I'd skip out on. A few shortcuts I'd take. I can't do it! I cannot remember that there was a spike there. Even though it kills me literally every time, I cannot remember that there's a spike there that I need to not jump into. It's just not happening. I've got no excuses. I'm not dehydrated today. I'm actually pretty tired and kind of sick and have a lot of problems going on, but even if I didn't, I'd still be forgetting that. I just know it. There's no excuse. This is just me being stupid. I can't... That spike is my bane. It is my one weakness. It's my Moriarty. It's the enemy I can only defeat at the cost of my own life. That spike was responsible for me falling down that pit. All my life's problems are due to that spike. Okay, speeding through the early bits now. This is where we need to be. Forget the spike. There we go. I meant to say remember the spike. Or, like, anything other than forget the spike. Forget the spike is something I don't need advice doing, but... Oh! I was about to say I didn't deserve to live there. It was bizarre that that fire didn't kill me, but fortunately the spike was ready to correct the mistake. What was that? Were you even trying to jump there? Oh, there was a... Okay, so the good news is we avoided all the things that normally kill me. The bad news is that there was a gift for the girlfriend back there. We missed it. Hey, we're in part 4. Did we make it to part 4 yet? Is this the first time we've gotten this far? Bat! It's a camo attack bat. It blended in. What is it with everything blending into this level? Oop, spider. Oop. Careful. Don't go over the edge, don't go over the edge. Another spider. That's going to be a tricky jump. I guess I have to get it right as it's at the bottom. It'd now be a nice time to have the hammer. No, don't go over the edge! Oh, that was so slippy. I was holding down left, but he just doesn't go. I want to get to the end of at least this zone. There's like 2 more zones in this act. If I can do those, I'll probably call it for this game and play something else for a bit. I don't want to end in the middle of an act. That's not super cool. This game goes on... This is a really long game for the time it came out in. Maybe it's just that I'm not very good at it. But it feels like even if you knew what you were doing, this game would take a long time. Like, how long would you have to put aside for a session of this game? Yep, there goes the egg. Like, you get infinite continues, which is nice, but there's no, like, checkpoint or password feature or anything to get you to the levels that you've unlocked. Stop, please. There we go. Oh, slid right into the fire. I should have gone over it, but then I probably would have slid into the spike. Alright, focus time. We've seen both of the main threats here. We just need to get past those. Just remember how they work. He didn't jump. Yeah, so how quickly could I get to this point in my life if I got chucked back 15 years to when I went to that youth group event in Wales, which was probably the last time I sat around a bonfire? How quickly could I get to this level of accomplishment? I would absolutely get... You know what? I could probably do it quite well because I'd have the advantage that I could get onto Twitch and start streaming really early before other people got into it, so I'd have... You know, I'd get those scores of viewers back when it was fresh and new and there wasn't much competition. I'd also have it a lot easier getting a day job, because... Well, actually, would I? Because I was about to say that most of the difficulties in getting my first job was because I didn't have any experience. And in this case, I'd have loads, but all of that would have been retconned, so I'd have nothing to put on my CV. I'd probably interview a lot better, though. I've learned some social skills. You might not believe it you might not believe that I've learned social skills to hear me now, but believe it or not, I used to be worse. Ooh, I thought that was going to come closer. That's a really long jump. That's not easy. Oh, was that my last life? I thought I had another one. Dang, I'm getting sick of being right back to the start here. Do-do-do-do-do. What other accomplishments have I got? Slowly turning into a halfway decent GM. I could probably take GMing most... I could probably, at the point where I first encountered D&D, take up GMing then and make for a real good game back then. Any big changes I'd make? There's a lot of things I just wouldn't do because they were a waste of time in my life. Sure didn't get anything out of university. And that was some years that didn't do much for me. University was long, miserable, and degrees are kind of worthless. So huge slam on the education system. I'm all about learning, but I don't think the university itself was all that good. I don't think that did anything for me. Otherwise, I don't know that there are any big changes that I'd make. I got all my friends and you guys are all great. I'd be scared of making big changes for fear that it would mean that I wouldn't meet one of you guys. So yeah, there's some pointless things that I'd skip, but I don't know about big changes that I'd make. I wouldn't want to be doing anything crazy different. I just want to be getting to this point in my life faster. Start streaming early, back before it got real crowded. Start GMing a lot right from the beginning, pick up those skills early. Maybe if I did that, I could keep the group going through that big gap where we didn't have any games for years, because I guess we were all doing other things. But maybe we could have done that if we'd stuck tighter together. There's a lot of missed time. But no, I don't think there's anything I'd do crazily differently. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'd do that differently. I wouldn't jump directly onto the spider. I'd like go over it, maybe. That was my last life, of course it was. Oh, I definitely wouldn't get that night job that I had that for a while. I'd skip that one over because that thing was awful. There's another big skip, years wasted thing. For like 2 years, I had this nighttime job that was horrific. It was incredibly busy, incredibly stressful. I didn't really get any training. It was night shift. And it was just me on my own. Like, no co-workers, just me dealing with all that crap. I tried to stop there and I didn't manage it. I should have just kept going. I think if I'm running fast enough, it looks like I can kick the hammer over to the other end, so maybe I just don't stop there at all. But yeah, that nighttime job, I got real sick doing that. Like... sick with stress, but also kind of... I ended up with a really bad respiratory condition that they said was probably initially triggered by stress. So yeah, I had 2 years of the miserable job, and then I had like 2 years of being really sick. Breathing was just painful, I couldn't walk very far. Always coughing. So yeah, that's another thing I'd like to skip. I don't know, is that a big change? Not having a horrible job for 2 years and then being sick for 2 years? It's a medium change, maybe. It's probably not the kind of change you were thinking of, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it was kind of dumb. I didn't even really need that job. Like, I needed a job, but if I'd kept looking, I would have found something better. I could have just skipped that one. The advertisement made it sound very different, and then I kind of felt locked into it once I was there. After a certain point, after a job gets miserable enough, you kind of feel too sick to find another job, you know? It just wears you down. Oh, I forgot about that. I jumped onto the middle platform and I was running too fast to stop. Because you got a plan to stop 5 minutes in advance in this game, and yeah. I had to go straight into the jump from there, and obviously the other thing wasn't in place. Anyway, Noellen will back me up on how miserable that job was, because it wasn't the same job, but he worked in the same place. He pretty much did the same job by daylight. Although in daylight they had more responsibilities, but there was also like a whole bunch of them doing it, so I don't know how well that cancels out, but Noellen will back me up that he found his daytime job pretty miserable there, so he'll probably back me up on the nighttime job, assumedly being horrible. Stop, please. A happier, healthier Lumus, yeah. That's a really hard jump. Go on, make it. Oh, man. How do you do that? I mean, I can see that it's possible, but you must have to time it, like, perfectly. And you can't see the moving platform for... You probably need to start moving before you can see the moving platform. What else could I do if I went back in time 15 years ago? I think it might already be too late to write a letter to Sonic Team saying, please don't. Oh yeah, new strategy for this bit. "15 years ago, I'd a guess would be Sonic Heroes Shadow the Hedgehog. Sonic Heroes was not a great game. And Shadow the Hedgehog was the beginning of the end. Maybe that would have been the time to turn it around. Oh. There was a doll hidden inside the rock. Interesting. Interesting if true. Hey, welcome back, Noellen. Whoop. 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 Not in the fire, not in the fire! Oh. Okay. Going worryingly well, although I am about to starve to death. Grab the bananas. Yeah, the radish. Maybe if we're talking big changes that I'd make, rewinding time, I'd probably keep in touch with a lot more people from school. From secondary school, sixth form. Not the first school. Screw those guys. Nobody there was worth talking to. Okay. I starved to death mid-jump. I feel like I had the timing on that too. That one looked good. But yeah, I'd keep in touch with a lot more people from... A lot of the people I got along with in sixth form. Try and get them into the gaming group or something to keep them around. But that would probably fix itself just by me saying that I would probably skip university this time through. Because it was me getting really miserable and depressed in university that ended up with me just not talking to anybody for 4 years. Speculating what we change in life, pretty much. We started talking about... So in Dark Souls, if you die, you respawn at a bonfire. At the last bonfire that you sat down at. And I was saying, in this life, in this world, the last time I sat down at a bonfire was like 15 years ago. So if I die now, I've got a lot of redoing to do. Lost touch with loads of folk too, partly intentionally. There is a few I wouldn't have stayed in touch with. But there's a few that I think I should have. Reappear in 2010. That was the last time you sat at a bonfire. Ooh, precise year. I'm just guessing at 15-ish years ago. Oop, got a jinx. Like, I know where the bonfire would have been. I a couple of times went to this youth group out in... that held events out in Wales. And there was usually a bonfire there. At Asma's house with our Texan friend. Oh yeah, fair enough. I can visualize that. So yeah, you respawn there, you've got all of your level ups, you've got all of your keys, doors stay open, but all the enemies respawn and everything else is done. Everything else is undone. It's pretty much how it goes. You tended it because fire. Fair enough. You do love fire. So yeah, what would you do from that point? What shortcuts would you take? What different paths would you go down? There's a couple of people from Sixth Form that I look back on them and think, man, they were actually pretty interesting, and I just didn't get it back then. I completely misunderstood the value of that character. And I really wish I could replay it and get to know them more. That stuff that happened in 2015. I can't place what you're talking about it by year, but I'm guessing you don't want to talk about it. I have a couple of guesses, but I can't be sure by just from the year. The spiders are flying. Whoop. See, the last level was horrible, and this one... Oh, hey, we found a G. This one has not really got any problems. The difficulty curve in this game is all up and down. Whoop, that sounds like the boss. Uh-oh, he's gonna kill me. He killed me. I think that's the first time I've been killed by a boss. You just get slowly more hit points as you go on, I guess. It is the time that I say you had a personality transplant. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Have I said the personality transplant to your face? Because that feels like a mean thing if I've done that. I'll concede that I've said it to other people. Maybe they've passed that along. Because you have had a personality transplant. I said it on stream? Did I? To Burzum about how you get on now. Okay, fair enough. No, that was... Alright, but that's not what I meant about the personality transplant. I was talking about your taste in various things. At that point. Your overall personality has changed a lot over the years. You're probably the person I know who's changed the most. But I was just mostly talking about how you liked music now and stuff. So I don't know. But okay, fair enough. Probably part of the same thing. Oh, absolutely for the better. You are a great dude. Although maybe I shouldn't say that because that implies that you weren't. But yeah, you're a great guy, dude. I'm gonna pause there. Yeah, I've Yeah, no, you're a really good guy. I know you went through some tough times, and it's really impressive the way you built yourself back up. I've heard a lot of other people talking about what a nice person you are as well. So so it's not just me. I think you should be proud of yourself. Anyway, we started a new level. I did say when we got to the end of that one, I was probably going to end this game. What do you guys think? Do you want to We got past that horrible level, and now I feel like playing more. But we might encounter another horrible level. You guys want me to continue playing this one, or should I look for another game? I'm feeling kind of in the mood for Biohazard Battle, but I don't know. Any requests? Biohazard Battle? Cool, we'll play that. Yeah, I didn't want to shout out any names, but Burzum has definitely said to me that you seem like a really nice person. Alright, yeah, I'm going to pop the back in 5 on, and I'll change the game over to Biohazard Battle. I'll be back shortly, everybody.